Hello my Owlettes, how are you guys doing today? I hope everyone is doing well. I'm here today to show you how I'm going to make the charm for my Creative Daily Junk Journal. And this one is part of the Mrs. Claus Creative Christmas Fun. And I'm actually including both November and December in this journal. And so I'm going to link the videos below of me putting it together. I'm still in the works of gluing pages together. I hope to get that done for the next video, because I'll show you how to add how I'm going to add my trims to the pages, and then this journal will be ready to go. And actually we're the week of November 1st, so I'm going to be starting this journal very soon. So let's make a charm. I actually found this charm, actually this cute little character, at Dollar Tree. I could not believe my eyes when I came across it, because I'm actually doing a Sesame Street little golden book. I'm adding those pages into my journal, so I'm kind of going with not necessarily a Sesame Street, but I'm definitely going to be using lots of yellow in my journal. And I thought, oh my gosh, and it's hello matching. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys how I made this into a charm. Now, I had originally had this little guy, which I had this cookie cutter for a really long time. I think I bought it, I don't even know, it was in a pack of a bunch of cookies, I think, cookie cutters, and I had planned on putting like a little hole in here somehow, and then I was going to have this as my charm. But when I came across this, I was like, well, that is just too perfect. So let me see if I can find my original charm that I made. I got myself all organized here in my little craft area. And as you can see, I had changed my cover up, but I wanted to show you guys a couple things that I thought about using for charms. This was actually a, I love the place in Maine that we went to and bought a lot of crafting supplies, and this was one of the pieces, and it's Mrs. Claus. I don't know if I was going to make it into a charm, but I actually don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I have a Mrs. Claus charm that is part of the kit, and I thought about using that. And actually, let me grab that really quickly. I haven't put a ring on her yet, and so I have this going. This is part of the kit, and then actually I'm going to have some of these journal charms, Funky Junky Journal charm kits coming up on the 1st. Fingers crossed, and they're going to be Mrs. Claus themed. I mean, not Mrs. Claus themed, Christmas themed, and all the things in there. But I'll be showing pictures very soon on Instagram. So if you guys are on Instagram or Facebook, follow me, and I'll be showing you guys how when those get released. So I also bought this last year at Claudette's. She's in Maine, and tell me if this is just not perfect. Yellow, look at all the yellow charms, yellow and red. They're just perfect for this actual journal. So there's a little Mr. Claus. Yeah, I just couldn't believe. I was like, oh my gosh, because when I first bought it, I was kind of going, where am I don't know if I'm ever going to use the yellow, but I loved it because it looked vintagey. And so anyway, here we are, we're going to use it. Okay, so I also got these, and I thought about making them into, because since this is going to be also my thing, my journal for the month of November. Here in the States, we have Thanksgiving coming up, so I was definitely thinking of adding one of these charms on here. So yeah, I have lots of ideas for adding things, but whoops, I just threw those in the trash. Do not want to throw those in the trash. And then of course I have some beads and I picked out some wording last night for the charm as well. So let's see what all we can fit on here. So let's get down to making the charm. I also found Cookie Monster and Oscar the Grouch charms. I don't know if I have Oscar in here or not. Oh, I also found these, you guys, at Warrington, which is like a big flea market here, this few weeks ago. Look how big these tiles are. And I thought they would make a cute little charm as well. But I don't know if I'm going to do that with this set. There's a rocking horse. I thought that would be cute to go along with the childlike theme of this journal. Take it out. And this is an ornament, you guys. So have that. And I can actually take getting the string off of there. And so yeah, so there's lots of things you can use on for a charm. Okay, let me show you how I did this, since I just got off subject, got off what I was talking about. So so Big Bird, what was really nice about Big Bird, it had the perfect little edge in there between its feathers, and I was able to really screw in there. So basically you screw a little hole. Now I know they make these little mini drills that are electric. I know my friend Nancy Cho showed me one, and it's perfect for like getting screws in to like wooden pieces. I mean, we did a little acorn. So this is basically just getting it started. And then I pick an eyelet out, which I did these larger eyelets, but they have different. I bought this set off of Amazon, which I can definitely leave a link below. And I'm not going for silver or gold, I'm going for that color in between. It's more like a bronze. And then I get my needle nose to where I'm going to hold on to the screw. And I like to hold it on kind of longwise, like this, so I have somewhat control over it. And then I just poke it in the hole and I start turning. And this gives it a good little hole to get started in. And then once you get it stabilized, it's easy peasy. You just kind of go like that, and there you have it. So let's try this little wood piece here. The only thing I worry about that, it looks like it's separated, so I'm probably gonna, like, it's like layered woods or layered wood pieces, I guess. Let's see, I just want to show you. I don't know if you can even really tell. It's so teeny tiny, because this is a teeny tiny screwdriver. And I think I got this on little, did I already mention that I got this on Amazon as well? So I'll leave a link to the eyelets and this little screwdriver. And I'm going to use a tinier eyelet, just because I'm worried about that wood. If I try to put too big of a piece in there, it might actually split that wood. But I want to still keep it big enough where I can add string through. These are teeny tiny. And also in this past kit, I did little wooden pieces with I did little wood pieces with mushrooms on there. Oh, if you guys are new here, I do a monthly kit. Actually, I have several different things that I release every month. One being, I call it a CWR kit. I get questions like, what is a CWR kit? It's Create with Rebecca kit. See how, okay, so that I think is good. So you could do this with tile pieces. Let's see if I had my little, oh, here it is. Oh, no, I didn't. I did something totally different with this. I got out the electric drill on this one, and I drilled a hole, and then I ran the string through. But you could actually drill one of these screws in here as well, and this is just a flat back that I super glued on here. So I really wanted to take this out too because I thought it would be a cute addition. Okay, now that we have lots of charms to pick from, I use your next decision that you have to make is what string you're going to use, or what color string. This is like a hemp type string that I have from Hobby Lobby. And you want to decide your length. Now, when you're tying on your charms, it's actually going to be a little, you're going to use some of that string, so keep that in mind, that even though you measure out the length, you're going to be using up a lot of that because you're going to be tying your charms on. I'm actually going to do, since I kind of, what I like to do is kind of think about how many big charms I want hanging off the edge, like at the end of each string. And I'm trying to think, I don't have my recent journal in here to show you guys, to show y'all that I did 4, I think, on there. But I think with this one I'm just going to do 2 because I also plan to have some charms along the edges as well. So I think I'm just going to do a 2-strand charm this time. And then the next decision to make is what kind of closure do you want? Do you want a removable paper clip? Do you want to punch a hole in and then you could also still remove it, or have a clip? There's so many different kind of styles you can do. For example, you have this kind, which is like, you could clip it on here and then remove it. I suggest being able to remove it because that way when you're going to journal, you can take it off and it doesn't get in your way. You got some fancy clips, which I like to use these on on bags actually, but you could definitely, this is a closure here you can use. A binder clip, a paper clip, which is also, you can definitely, a paper clip is very easy to remove. I'm going to actually use this. This is a bookbinding ring, and I'm going to punch a hole in my book and actually be able to remove it as well. And I didn't know whether to go with the orange, the yellow or the red, but I definitely wanted to have, be able to remove it, and I'm going to go with red. Red's more Christmassy. And then also, I want to be able to clip things on to this, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. So, key is getting that undone. Let me do it one more time just to make sure. Okay. So, this way, I'm going to have to punch a hole in here, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so I'm going to tie this. Whoops. I'm going to just do a loop around. Like this. And then I'm going to just tie a knot here just to hold that slip knot in place. Like that. Okay. Now you just start thinking about what you want to do. So I have two words that I picked out. I put merry and bright on there. And I was debating about whether I was going to do like a charm to put on the side here that says merry and bright, or if I was going to have it hang down. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do a hanging down one. And I'm just going to start with some of these beads. Whoops. And that way I just kind of have a beginning stage. And then I think I'm going to actually add this charm. Oh, I hope it fits through. There it goes. Oh, it's looking cute already. Okay, and then another. And you can definitely use seed beads for this, for these smaller. And then I'm going to tie a little knot. And this is just, I don't want it, I want it to be kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like spacious in between the charms. So, and this is where tweezers would be handy too if you have nails. Okay. Alright. And I'm going to go ahead and start this side too, just so I can have an eye for each side. And I'm going to grab a pony bead. Change it up a little bit. And I'm going to do this little red Santa. Maybe. There we go. And to tie this on, I'm just going to loop around. Tie just like that. And then you have your beginning stages. Okay. Then I'm going to have a little bit down here on the Santa. I think I'm going to go ahead and start with this little candy. And I'm going to put bright. Go ahead and start putting the spelling out. Oops. And these I got from Walmart, you guys. I was so surprised to see the colored ones there. I was looking, B-R-I-G. I was looking for, I don't even know what I went to Walmart looking for. And I made myself down the crafting aisle. And then I found these. I was like, oh my gosh, these are so cute. And then I was lucky enough to find, these are really pink, but I was kind of going for red, but it's okay. Okay, so this one, I'm going to end with a red bead. And a yellow tree. Oh, come on, there you go. I'm always afraid these are going to fray a little bit too because, okay, so I kind of want to just judge how far, and you may, when you're doing this, it's just kind of like where you don't tighten it up all the way, but you can kind of tell, okay, I want to bring this up just a little bit more because once you knot it, it's pretty much knotted. You know what I mean? Like, so I kind of do like a guesstimate before I pull it really tight. But see, it has just a little gap in there between the charm and the next set of beads. There we go. Okay, so for the next one, I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do a, let's see, if I do this fall leaves. It feels so odd doing the fall leaves on there, or the black and white. The black and white is definitely contrasting. I don't know if I have any other black stuff, so I mean, again, you don't have to have it totally matching, you know. I think I like to have it myself, some flow to it. Okay, so I'm going to put this little snowflake bead on, and then I'm going to put Mary. And then I'm going to add these little horse. We're just going to do that again, where we're kind of seeing where that is going to lay. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to tie that up. And then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to just add another little, I think I'm going to add this Give Thanks, just as a random charm. Okay, looking cute, looking cute. Okay, and then we're going to add the red, another red bead, or maybe. I'm trying to keep this string from fraying, because once it starts fraying, it's like, you know, challenging. Put a disco ball on there, of course. And then let's add a little gingerbread man. I mean, a gingerbread cookie. Alright, starting to come together, you guys, very nicely. Okay, so I'm going to come over to this side. I'm going to add a white bead. This one. A red bead. And then I'm going to add Mrs. Claus. I don't know if I'm going to put her, I think I'm just going to add her just straight on there, not worry about putting a ring on her. Let's see. Perfect. Now we're getting close to the end of our charm here. And you know what? If we decide to add, you know, if we like, oh, I have so many more charms I want to add on here, or a lot of times if I collect things, that's what I really like to do is as I collect things, I can start adding things on there. You can always add another strand and keep adding more stuff because, you know, we all like a little bit of extra. Okay, the two things I feel like I still need to add on here is a bell, because we got to have some little jingle. And then I definitely want to add this mushroom, and of course I want to add my big bird. So I think I'm going to finish that off with a jingle. I think I'm going to put the jingle over here because there seems to be more room. And I'm just going to do it as a standalone. Standalone charm piece. And then last but not least, let's add Mr. Big Bird. Now you can add another ring to it, but like a slip ring, but I'm not gonna, I'm pretty happy with just using that. And I'm actually gonna double knot it since he is such a chunky thing that I'm going to double knot it just to keep that in place. Okay, so the last one, I'm definitely going to add this charm, but I wanted to add a button as well. So let's pick out either a red button. Yeah, let's do the red. Ooh, look at this shiny red button. And I'm literally going in one side and down the other, and then it adds itself to the party. So just like that. And actually usually I go over, but I picked that same side, which is totally fine. And then I'm going to add this, and I'm afraid, you know what, I'm going to do something different. Okay. This is where I'm going to show you guys a little something different. So to finish this off, I'm going to add a charm. And I'm going to do my little gingerbread charm. Let's move that button up a little bit. The thing with the button, you can move it around once it's on there because it's just loop through, but I didn't have enough space to do this tying action. Okay. You know what? I should bring Big Bird up a little bit. He's real heavy. Well, he's not heavy, but let me use my screwdriver to undo that knot. That's where tweezers come in handy too. Okay, I'm going to move him up because he was too far down. Okay, let's see now. He's still a little far down. See the length of it? I'm going to bring him all the way up to the bell. It's kind of hard, you guys, too. I'm having some issues with my hand. I'm like, okay, I cannot go through life and not have use of my hand, right? So I'm scheduled to go in and have it checked out. I don't know what's going on with it, but okay. Ta-da, that's better. That's better. He's more up. There's not that big. I like a little bit of string in between the two, but my preference is not to have too much in between the two. So I'm going to do a double knot for him. pull it up. Okay. Ta-da! There we go. Now, you may go, well, I thought you wanted your mushroom. I do want my mushroom. So what you can do is you can add this. You can open up that ring and add the mushroom. Isn't that special? Ta-da! Okay, let me get my hole punch, and we can hole punch a hole. Got to use the crocodile for this project. Okay, so I'm gonna have some of my little. I'm gonna remove my little stash, and I'm gonna punch a hole right through that zigzag, I think. If I can fit this on there. Okay. So look good, look good. Hold our breath and punch. Okay. And then take this guy and run it through all that. And there you have it. Now, if just by looking at this, if I feel like if the big bird, I want it up for higher, I can easily take it off and add it up here, which is more likely what I feel like I'm going to do. Because it hangs down. He's dancing. So I may just do that. I don't know. I thought my strings were pretty even, Steven, but somewhere I measured out wrong. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'll show you guys in my next video whenever I'm showing you how I'm going to add the trim. Is I think I'm going to just add, remove Big Bird and move him up here. That way, and that's the joy of having this too, is you can just keep adding little charms as you want to. So, alright you guys, well thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're inspired to make a fabulous, sparkly, jingly charm yourself for your journal, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Alright you guys, so I came back because I felt like, well, I didn't show you guys really what I would do in, I'm just going to show you how it's done at the end, but I want to show you exactly what I would do. So I took my Big Bird off, and I got a little clip ring, right? Anything would do, in that you could use this, like any kind of like lobster clasp. And then I actually use a split ring. And the reason I use a split ring is because it's just easier for me, and I feel like it's more secure for what I do. So I actually, it's like a key ring, right? And I just open it up with my hands. I don't know if you guys can even tell what I'm doing, but it's just like it's called a split ring, but it's just like a key ring. And then I just flip it on like that, right? And then it becomes an extra piece. Whoops. And they have different sizes. They have different size split rings. They have really small ones. This is a little bit larger one, but I just open it up, stick it on here, turn it, turn it, turn it, just like you would a key ring, and there you have it. So cute. And then I just slip it on here like that. So that's what I would do. Oh my goodness. You guys, I think it's more pronounced there anyway, so it looks way cuter, don't you think? I just love this little Big Bird. It's just adorable. So anyway, that's how I'm going to do it. And, you know, that's the fun thing about these rings. I was just thinking is if I go places, you know, and I pick up things, for example, I don't know, a charm or something that goes with, you know, I can just make it into a charm and clip it on there or tie it onto the actual charm piece. So, yay! Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye!